Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stop what you're doing. Stop playing that game, of course. Stop watching international soccer right now. Champions League can go on pause. Stop enjoying that warm weather for a second. Pause your spring break plans. Because over here, it's just hoops. I'm Amari. This is Darion. How we feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling good. You know, getting back into the swing of things today, unfortunately. Great
Yeah,
spring
man.
break, though.
Let's pause right there, man. Let's pause right there. Tell me about the trip. That was,
Amazing trip. I encourage everybody take a trip out to Puerto Rico if you can. Uh, just a beautiful island. Everybody's there. Good time, smiles everywhere.
hmm.
You just, I don't know, everywhere you turn is something to do. You'll have fun no matter what you do. And
That's
that was a
beautiful.
great trip. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man. Obviously, that's why we didn't have an episode out last week. My guy was on vacation. Um, but yeah, happy to be back today. Glad you enjoy your trip. March Madness has officially started. College basketball last week. The conference tournaments were going on. Um, but yeah, today really want to unpack a lot of the March Madness talk, college basketball, things like that. Luka's been going berserk ever since the divorce. Um, we gonna call that the Great Divorce of 26, because Luka's been spazzing. The Lakers are on a nice run. I think they actually just lost tonight, actually to finish to end that runoff against the Pistons.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, man. Anything else you wanna hit on life wise? Obviously, yeah, your trip, started classes today.
Yeah, I just had one class this morning. Just a nice way to get back in the groove. Nothing crazy. Just been chilling. Not ready to be back in school mode today, though. Haven't really done any work. I should have been more
Hmm.
productive today, but it is what it is.
Hey, I should have been more productive over break because I have a speech due tomorrow.
Mm.
Um, I don't have to present it tomorrow, but it's due tomorrow. The whole outline and everything. Haven't wrote a lick. Have not wrote a lick. So after we get off of here, I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out real quick. But yeah, man, definitely not ready to be back in school mode. We really don't have that much time left.
We don't. We have like 6 weeks, if that. Like,
Yeah, like next week we're about to be in April,
yeah.
which is crazy,
It's insane. Right.
crazy.
After
So
spring
yeah, and
break,
then
and time just flies. Like, this is about to be so quick.
mhm.
So, yeah, it's about to be summer already, which is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So, yeah, man, finish the year strong with them classes and stuff. I'm trying to over here. Um, but yeah, let's get right into it. I got Mari's question of the day for you. Um, I want to ask you. Well, actually, no. I want to do the ball knowledge test first
Okay.
because our ball knowledge test kind of goes into conference tournaments. It's about something conference related, and then my Mari's question today is more March Madness related.
Okay.
So we didn't get to talk about the conference tournaments. Obviously, the big ones, St. John's. I was right about. We both had Vanderbilt and Arkansas. I had Vanderbilt winning. You had Arkansas.
Mhm.
Um, and Arkansas ends up winning. Um, none of us predicted Purdue.
No.
Uh, ACC, we both said Duke. And the Big 12, we both said Zona.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So spot on with a lot of our predictions. Obviously Miami, Ohio went crashing out early. That was a big one. First round exit. Glad that they got into tournament though.
I don't
And it
feel
was it was electric though. It was electric that 11 seed playing game against SMU.
It was. I don't feel like that they deserve to play a game. I feel like they should have been an automatic seed, but at least they got in at the end of the day. That's what matters.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I'm glad that we saw that playing game. We saw them get that win, and it wasn't just all right against Tennessee, the blowout.
Yeah.
Um, so that is a positive of them being in that playing game, I guess. But yeah, man, Tennessee's looked really good. Obviously, didn't have that great of a SEC tournament, but you know they've looked good in the March Madness so far. Purdue surprised us both. Wins the Big Ten. Thoughts?
Move past it.
Don't even want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, man, I was so there was a lot of so one of the one things I wanted to do if we were to record last week was kind of look at our on the bubble, um, on the bubble teams and kind of see what we might adjust. And I did it last week, and I haven't moved it since the tournament has started. I had moved Miami, Ohio down to SNO for me. Alabama got moved down to SNO for me. But because in the SEC tournament,
Right, right.
lost first game against an Ole Miss team that was terrible on the season.
Yeah.
And I'm still iffy, man. Like I don't think I'm not confident going into this game against Michigan.
I think
I'm not confident.
Alabama could get Michigan's number. If they continue to shoot the ball the way they've been shooting in this
Yes,
tournament,
yes.
it could get spooky for Michigan real quick.
It definitely all comes down to how Alabama's shooting the ball because if they're not shooting the ball well, they get ran like they can't keep up defensively with some of the top teams. But when we're on fire shooting the ball well, we can score with anybody in the nation.
Yeah.
Anybody. But so that's what it's gonna come down to, man. Are we hitting shots that day?
I mean, they lead the country in three-pointers attempted. They're gonna live and die by it. So you just better hope that it falls. And if it's falling, it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah, yeah, and I really even more so moved him down there because of the news of Aiden Holloway, um,
3-2, man.
arrested. Yeah, arrested on the talking about free too. Wow, wow. Arrested on the felony drug possession, whatever charge, whatever. And it was like a failure, a tax stamp failure, something like that. So two different charges that he's facing right now. That was another reason why I had moved him down. And then another one that I was wrong about because in the Big Ten tournament they lost their first game. Nebraska. I had them on the bubble. I was like, can they get back to their form? I have moved them down to SNO for me. And now Big Ten I mean the March Madness starts and they're hooping like they were before.
Yeah, I had them. I didn't make any changes. But I had them as a no for me, and I definitely wasn't expecting this coming into tournament, just because we talked about how they ended the regular season. It wasn't the best, not the Nebraska team that we saw, and then Big Ten tournament time, it's like same recipe, same thing. So I just counted them out. But then I don't know, they flipped that switch, and Sweet 16, they dancing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they and the crowd has been. I feel like that's played a factor. Them playing in Oklahoma City. The drive from Oklahoma City to Lincoln is I think about 4.5, 5 hours.
I think it's
Um,
yeah.
so they've been traveling, and that has felt like a home game for them. The atmosphere has been electric both times. And then that Vanderbilt game to have a close game on top of the atmosphere, that might be game of the tournament so far for me.
Uh,
That game, either that game or hold on. I'm forgetting something. There was something that had me really, really overly on the edge of my seat.
Mine might be Iowa or Florida. Iowa and Florida. There was another St. John's U or St. John's Kansas. That was a great game.
That was a game.
I think mine might be Iowa, Florida.
Yesterday.
Yes.
The thing is though, with that game, I didn't like the I didn't like the Iowa once Florida started going on that run. It was such a bad offensive display from them. Like it lacked the back and forth. I feel like that's all that game was missing. Some back and forth, some big shot making from Iowa. Obviously, 8 hit 1 like big contested three. Like more of those moments. I feel like that game was missing. The Vanderbilt Nebraska game, there was a stretch where they were just going back and forth hitting threes, and like it felt like nobody was gonna miss. Silencer, get the crowd going. Silencer, get the crowd going. That's definitely probably that's game of the turn or Kentucky Santa Clara. I like
That was a
the
great game.
the end of that game was phenomenal.
I mean,
Um,
they always say 2 minutes left in the game and it's close. Ain't nobody missing a three-pointer. You might as well chalk them up.
man,
And it's proven
man,
to be real every time.
that's real right now. That is real right now. I haven't even got to my ball knowledge test yet. We were just recapping a little bit the conference tournament. Um, can you name the 5 teams in the Big Ten that have the most combined tournament and regular season wins? Not wins, championships.
Championships, tournament,
Yes, yes.
and
This
regular
is
season championships.
yes. So if a team won one Big Ten tournament, if they have one regular season championship, they have two total on this list.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw my school out there first. I'm gonna go Indiana with the five.
Indiana is number 5. They have 22 total. 22 have come from the regular season championship. Indiana is yet to win a Big Ten tournament.
Oh, it's Big Ten and regular season? Okay. I thought you were
Yeah,
saying.
it's tournament and championship.
Okay, okay. Uh, Michigan.
Michigan is not on the list.
Okay.
Let me see. Yes. That is one incorrect.
So there's a Purdue, there's a Wisconsin,
Michigan has 16. They have 14 regular season and two Big Ten tournament titles.
Nebraska. Is this including newly adapted Big Ten teams, as in UCLA, USC?
No, because they won Pac-12 titles.
Okay. I just didn't know if it. Um,
I wonder how many Pac-12
UCLA probably has
UCLA.
crazy. Um, let's go. I'm gonna go mm, Wisconsin or Nebraska. I feel like those are always state could be in here as well. Let's go Wisconsin. Trust my gut.
Wisconsin, number 4, 23. They have 20 regular season, 3 tournament.
The red is hidden. Let's go Nebraska.
Nebraska is not only incorrect, but that is a airball, brother. Nebraska has 0 regular season championships and 0 tournament titles.
Wow, that's horrible.
You know this is their first time winning a tournament game in March Madness
This is
ever.
their first ever Sweet 16. I thought it was their first
Their
one.
first ever tournament win. Their first tournament win.
I did not know that. I thought it
The
was
first round game against Troy was their first time winning a March Madness game.
I thought this was their first time going since 1999, or was that Iowa?
That's not Nebraska. I know for sure.
Okay. Two right, two incorrect. Let's go hit here.
You have three right. No, you have two. You
I
have
have
two.
two.
Um, Hint here. Pick a number one through three. I'll give you a hint for that team.
Let's go in the middle. Let's go two.
Two. Um, this is another team that wears red in the Big Ten. Another red school, Big Ten. Um, hmm.
Rutgers, Maryland, Indiana, Wisconsin.
Someone look at them as not a basketball school.
Some would consider them not a basketball school.
I don't know if some's the right word, but
They're not a basketball school.
red team in the Big Ten. It's not a basketball school.
Indiana, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Rutgers, Maryland. O State.
You mapping it out?
I am. I'm trying to envision the commercial for the Big Ten that plays. That's what's
Look at all
playing
the
in that's what's playing in my head right now.
uh while you do that, UCLA in the Pac-12, 35.
That's great. That's insane. Um, okay. Let's go Michigan State. That's not my red team. I just feel like they're a lock.
Michigan State number three, 23. 17 regular season, six tournament.
Let's go Illinois. Not my red team. But I feel like that might be number one.
Illinois is incorrect. I can't believe you didn't guess number one.
It's not Rutgers. It's
They've
not.
won 25 regular season titles.
Oh, I just didn't guess Purdue at all.
Purdue, number one.
I just didn't guess Purdue at all.
Such disrespect. Lack of respect, I see.
Yeah,
And then your red team,
red team. Was it O State? No, they're not a best. It is O State.
Ohio State, number two, 25 titles.
That's what I was
20
gonna.
regular season, five tournament.
I was hoping Illinois was one and O State was gonna be my team. I just wasn't confident.
Illinois, Illinois has 18 and four. 18 regular season, four tournament. So they missed the mark by,
Three. Why you have 25?
oh no, IU has 22. So they're really tied.
So that's not incorrect. That's tied. That's tied for fifth. I just got cheated. Wow. It's cool, bro.
Yeah, man. So Mari's question of the day today. Um,
Wow.
your, we talked, I would forget if we talked about, since you got back, what your Final Four looks like. So your number one bracket, your predicted Final Four, what's that looking like?
I know I
Did you
have.
make yours on the ESPN TC app,
Yep.
the tournament app, or whatever? Uh, how is your percentage wise? How's your bracket looking? You only made one.
Because I forgot about it. And then I was on the beach and I was like, oh, I did not make a bracket. So I just had to I just made one super serious one, I thought, but uh has not gone my way. I'm currently
What's the
sitting at
percent?
36%.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
Yeah.
Um, my one bracket is at 90% right now. Um,
90%.
I had 90% right now. I have Arizona winning this. Now the problem is I have Florida in the final four.
Mm.
Um, that's a problem. My final four is Duke, Iowa State, Arizona, and it was Florida.
Mine is Duke, Houston, Michigan, Zona. And I have
Duke,
Michigan
Houston, Arizona.
and I have
Okay.
Michigan winning it all.
Now I'm concerned with Iowa State, the loss of Josh Jefferson. Obviously they played fine the other day against Kentucky. Shots started falling in the second half. They have enough shooting, and obviously the defense, they're a good defensive team. But obviously, you need your best guys going deeper into these games. Like I'm concerned. I'm not that concerned of the matchup against Tennessee. Obviously, Tennessee is playing really good right now, so it would be beneficial if they could have them. But like a Michigan, for example, like I don't know. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
And so obviously that happened in round one, and I had, obviously make your bracket before then, so that's a big loss.
Yeah. I mean, I would be worried about this Tennessee game. Like, that's not a blowover. Tennessee,
Yeah, for sure.
Tennessee is, I mean, not even just ranking wise, but they are a more competitive team than Kentucky. We saw how they played against Virginia, which is second best team in the ACC. I think Tennessee could cause some trouble, and like you said, losing a key player like that when it comes to Sweet 16, Elite Eight, it does hurt, and it's hard to pull through without those guys there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, no doubt. Um, some of the ones that I've gotten wrong in this bracket, um, round one, I had USF beating
Mhm.
Louisville.
Me too.
They lost by four. I had Ohio State beating TCU, lost by two. I had the Wisconsin High Point game. Obviously, was a
Wait,
big
wait,
blow.
wait. Ohio State. What region? I don't even see that.
They're right next to Duke at the top, all the way at the top, East.
Oh, I had TCU.
Okay. Um, I missed on. I had Clemson over Iowa,
I took Iowa.
and I had Villanova over Utah State, and Georgia over St. Louis. Those were the ones I got wrong.
I had Villanova as well. I had Georgia as well. I also missed BYU. I had BYU. I had Mizzou over Miami. And like you said, Wisconsin, that hurt. I missed on the VCU and
I got that one. I got that one.
I missed on
I,
that
I was I was very happy. I got that one.
and I missed on St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. You picked St. Mary's over Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I had A&M there. I mean, SEC teams probably the most regular season I watched SEC. So I was, like I was big on Georgia. Um, it, unfortunately got dogged by St. Louis, and then Texas A&M, another team that had a really good start to the regular season. Teased top 25 at one point. I figured they could get at least one, which then I had Houston beating in the second round.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, um, bracket going pretty smoothly so far. Arizona was my winner. Did you say who you have?
I got Michigan. Got the boys up north.
Yeah, yeah. Michigan, Alabama. Let's talk about it a little more. You know, well, let's do new predictions. Obviously, do your redemption bracket too. There's a
Oh,
there's
I
a
need,
redemption bracket.
do need to do that.
Yeah. Let's start at the top, man. Duke, St. John's. What we feeling?
This could get spooky. That press that St. John's put on Kansas, if they can execute it that way again against Duke and force them turnovers, St. John's has more than a chance to get Duke. I mean, we seen Duke first game versus Cena. They came out really slow, super slow. Had to switch to a zone to get some stops. And then TCU first half, they started slow. Second half, they finally got into that groove, what we've seen from Duke basketball all year. This is also, they got to start hot. They can't let St. John's come out on fire because this is a team, this is a better team than Cena. They're going to capitalize on opportunities. And with that full court press, they're going to cause havoc. So I think Duke, realistically, I think Duke pulls it out, but I want St. John's to win. I want them to upset them.
Yeah, I think I have Duke in my bracket. This is the matchup I have right here, Duke St. John's. Game being played in Washington D.C. Shouldn't be that one side or the other that much. Um, I think that both of these teams play a scrappier brand of basketball. You know what I mean? And I think that's gonna go more in Duke's favor. The one thing Duke lacks that like Iowa State, for example, or um yeah, like Duke and Arizona kind of play a similar brand where they don't have that many snipers. You know what I mean? So they again, that's where I go into. They have a real gritty, not smooth way of winning games, and it's shown in this tournament. And
Mhm.
I think that St. John's has that same brand of basketball, and I think Duke is gonna out gritty them. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see if they can force turnovers. Though they force turnovers, get Duke rattled. I think this is a game where, like you said, Duke can't come out slow in this one.
No, they
They
can't.
can't.
They can't.
They can't.
I, yeah, this is good. It's gonna be a very scrappy game, and it does come down to the turnovers. St. John's is forcing turnovers and slowing Duke's offense down and controlling the pace. It will favor them, and they can very. I'm not gonna say easily, but they can come out on top in that game.
Yeah, 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 man. So we both have Duke prediction. You want St. John's, but you think
My
Duke's gonna win.
my bracket is Duke, but St. John in my heart.
Okay. UConn, Michigan State.
Uh, this is tough because not a fan of State. Never been a fan of State, but I don't know. I think this is another game where whichever team comes out hot first is winning this game. If UConn's coming out banging threes, I think they win. If Michigan State sets the tone, Cohen Carr, electric dunks, Jeremiah Fears making great plays, Michigan State wins this game. I don't think one team like outweighs the other in any fashion. I just think it comes down to who's coming out first, who's bringing more energy. That's gonna be the differentiator.
For sure. Yeah, man. I'm not a believer in either of these teams. It
Yeah,
was they were
me
both
neither. I
they
mean,
were both no for me, dogs.
Dan Hurley was in
UConn,
my
Michigan State were the first. What'd you say?
said Hurley. I would put up championship contender because of Hurley, but their team, like I said this, their team is not what it's been, and that makes me question it. And I think I don't know, their team is a team that can get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, these were 1 and 2 on my no for me in my no for me column. So I'm eager to see how this plays out. I think I am gonna go UConn. Um but it's a toss up in this one, I feel like. I really like I don't have the analysis I feel like that I had with Duke St. John's on how I think the game's gonna go and this and that. Like this is really I have no idea how this game is about to get played out.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't know. And then so for the sake of it, I'm gonna go state just because you ain't UConn.
All right, yeah, all right, cool. Next game, Nebraska, Iowa.
This is about to be a great game of basketball right here. And it's played, where is it at?
This is getting played in Texas somewhere. I think
This is in Texas. Yes, because Houston has
yes,
home court. Yeah. This another game that's just physical basketball, scrappy basketball, and both these teams they don't do too much. It's about to be like basketball to a perfection. Just making the right plays. Defense going to be phenomenal. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think the this is gonna be the opposite of St. John's Duke. I think this is gonna be not as scrappy. I think this is gonna be a nice, smooth. We running sets. Good sets, good move the ball offense. Not as good clean basketball. I, I think we're gonna see. A lot of threes being made, a lot of threes being put up. Um, yeah, I think both crowds are gonna be deep.
Hmm.
Nebraska and Iowa pretty even in distance from Houston. Um, yeah, bro, I think this is gonna be probably the cleanest game of this Sweet 16.
I agree. I do agree. I think it's just a brand of basketball that they play. It's just very clean, very organized. We're gonna get to our spots, run our sets. If it doesn't work, run in another set. Like it's not no ISO ball, go get a basket. It's going, we're gonna make a
Right,
play, make
right.
the right play. And it's both sides of the ball, so that's gonna be interesting and very fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm going. I don't
I'm
even want to pick Nebraska because every time I pick Nebraska to win something, they lose.
I know
I
who
want Nebraska to
I
win,
wasn't
but I
picking.
don't want to pick.
I'm going Iowa.
Okay,
I got the underdogs. They're coming off that one seed win. They're gonna be feeling it. I think it carries over.
I'm not gonna pick this one. I'm not gonna pick. I'm not putting the bad juju in the air of me picking Nebraska.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
we
gonna.
know who you want, but you're not picking them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Illinois, Houston.
This could be interesting. If Houston's scoring the ball, like very efficiently, the way that we know Houston can score on top of their home court advantage, Illinois might get blown out the water.
Yeah. Now the thing with Illinois, they have been shooting the ball very well in this tournament.
They have.
They scored 105 points in the first round. 76 blew TCU, I mean VCU out. Now, you can argue that Illinois hasn't played the toughest games yet. Like they haven't played a Vanderbilt or teams like that. And this is going to be the first time where Houston's going to play defense.
Yeah, like I said, they're playing some dogs too. They
They
know.
playing some dogs.
Yeah,
And I think the same thing I said with Illinois, Arizona. I think Illinois might get dogged.
uh, Illinois might get dogged here. I don't know if they can handle that physicality that's about to come. Plus, I think that home court is really just gonna favor
Right.
Houston crazy.
They have to be shooting the ball exceptionally well Thursday night, or when I think it's Thursday night.
I think it is Thursday. Yeah, they need to shoot like almost 65 from three. Like yeah, which is crazy. But
I give them 50, 50. They got to shoot 50.
50, I'll drop the 55.
Okay.
You gotta shoot better than 50.
Are they doing that?
You gotta shoot better than 50.
Let me see the first two rounds. Let me see what they shot. Against VCU. Against VCU, they only shot 38. And against Penn, bro, these dudes scored 105 points.
Yeah,
They
that's
shot 42.
42.
65 is crazy.
Yeah, 65 is crazy.
But yeah, 50 is even crazy. And I'm saying they need to shoot 50 to walk out of Houston against Houston with a dub.
I I don't think they have what it takes. I'm going Houston.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think they get dogged. Arizona, Arkansas.
This game, this game, in my eyes, a lot like that Duke St. John's. Arizona has to come out hot because Arkansas, Darius Acuff, They got what it takes, and they've shown it. They prevail in these games. You could argue the same thing for them. They haven't played anybody, and this is their first real test. But I mean, when you got a guy averaging 30 in tournament play, I don't really care who you're playing. You're averaging 30. They got to find a way to stop that.
Yeah, man, I think that game is gonna be is it's gonna be ACUF versus Arizona. Um, and I'm here for it. Just like Bonza versus Texas, you know what I mean? These type of games where like it's, one team's playing really well, but then the other team has somebody that's just not missing. These are some of the most exciting games. And I think, you know, Nebraska Vanderbilt was kind of like that. With Tanner from Vanderbilt, he didn't have the best game, but it just seemed like he was keeping Vanderbilt in the game down the stretch versus Nebraska, a team that was shooting the ball well overall. Buckets from different guys in different moments, but I think these are recipes for some of those most exciting games, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great matchup. Arkansas, I know their fans are happy. And then Kentucky, I know they're devastated. It's not a Coach Cal thing, it's a Kentucky thing. They just can't get it done. Coach Cal's a winner, as we see. Uh, but yeah, I am excited for this, but I think Zona, with it being more of a team compared to just one player, I think they get it done.
Yeah, and then so what are we missing here? Um,
Texas, Purdue, Michigan, Bama, Tennessee, Iowa State.
Texas, Purdue. Texas, Purdue. Let's talk about it. Texas, a team that nobody probably saw here at all. Um, Now, watching them play in the tournament, I think their games have kind of been the epitome of what this tournament has been about. Um, Winning the rebound battles. The first of all, the overall rebounding in this tournament has been subpar.
Yeah.
Subpar. The amount of I forget what game. I think it might have been Tennessee, Virginia. Uh, Virginia got like 4 looks off of offensive rebounds, and it wasn't even like it was a big doing it. It was guards coming in, crashing the glass, creating consecutive looks, and then Virginia couldn't capitalize. But I mean, you give a team 4 looks, they're gonna get 3 points out of it most of the time.
Yeah.
So the overall rebounding in this tournament has not been very good. Um, but Texas they've played physical. You know what I mean? They've got their buckets from a number of different people, and they've caused chaos in these games. And I think Purdue is another team that they can do that to. Now Purdue can match their size down low with Kaufman Wren, and then I forget what big dude's name is. Looked like a bigger Braden Smith. Um, I think he's number 45. What's his
Yeah.
name?
I can't think of his name either. He does look.
Um, yeah, but he can match the size that Texas brings with their footer down low. So this is going to be an interesting one. I think this is a perfect matchup to slow down Purdue, low key.
I agree. And it's like weird because they're 11 seed, so it's like Cinderella, but they're a good team. I don't know. They're not a Cinderella team. They just didn't have the best regular season. But everything you said is a fact. And I don't, Purdue, if you can slow down Trey Kaufman-Renn, you have a big chance of winning this game. Because Braden Smith, yes, he's going to play make. Yes, he's going to get 10 to 15 points. But Fletcher, he's either on or he's off. There's no in between for him. And it comes down to Trey Kaufman-Renn. If you can find a way to limit him and stop his scoring ability and his impact on the glass, you have a very great chance to beat Purdue.
Yeah, yeah, but Fletcher's been on.
Fletcher has
Uh,
been.
Fletcher's been on. He was huge in the first round. Um, I can't really remember what he did in the second round game, but Fletcher was on. And if he's on, if Braden Smith can limit his turnovers to below, if he can keep it at 3, he had 8 last game.
Yeah.
If he can keep it 3, I think Purdue has a very good chance to go ahead and handle Texas, knock them out. I am picking Purdue to win this game here. I think this is the end of the Cinderella story, as you said. I think this is the end of that here. I know you're not having it. You can't wait for Purdue to lose, but hey, this is this the season that B. Smith gets his ring to add to his NCAA accolades?
First of all, his accolades are insane, but no, I'm not picking Purdue. Give me Texas. Cinderella continues. I would never pick Purdue. In
All
my
right, so there's a personal agenda here. Um, yeah, I think this is gonna be a good game though. I think all these matchups, it's like they fit.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Nebraska, Iowa, perfect. Duke, St. John's, as we said, perfect. I think this one right here is going to be perfect. I think Arizona's a perfect team to test Acuff with. You know what I mean? Can he keep the 30 point per game scoring going against the most of the season number one team in the nation, number two seed overall going into the tournament? So I think the narratives for the games are written perfectly. And then Michigan, Alabama. Um, the next game we want to talk about. Uh, it seems like with football, and basketball, the past couple of years, Michigan and Alabama have played each other more than ever before.
yeah, they have.
And here we go again. Thoughts going into this one?
I'm really excited for this game. I'm really excited because, as I said, Michigan's my winner of the entire tournament, so that would include them beating Bama. But I love the way Bama plays, and their game versus Texas Tech, they were on fire from the tip off, and they didn't slow down all game. And I don't know, you would think losing your points per game leader at the start of a tournament would really affect the team and have you questioning them. But since then, it's like the whole team just flipped a switch and turned it to a whole another level. And I mean, that's back-to-back games putting up 90. I don't I don't know if they slow down. They are playing a very, very tough Michigan team that does play defense at a high level and will cause problems. But I don't know. Alabama scoring, Michigan's defense, like that's just is about to be that's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, I really hope Alabama's on, man. I really hope Alabama's on. It might feel like a road game too. This game's being played in Chicago, so that's something else that might play a factor. As I said earlier in the episode, man, I'm not coming in this game confidently. I'm nervous. I don't feel confident in picking Alabama to beat Michigan. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so I'm gonna pick Michigan and hope that they prove me wrong. I hope that I come back on this pod this weekend and eat my words. That would be a great way to start the weekend. But yeah, man, I'm going Michigan. I think the defense is going to outweigh the offense in this one. And I think Michigan's offense is going to be able to create a lot of good looks against Alabama.
I agree. And the size Michigan has, I think, will also be a problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, especially on the boards offensively, Michigan's going to get a lot of second chance
Yep.
opportunities, and that's going to hurt Bama.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see it, excited to cheer on the guys, but not a lot of faith going into it. The last Sweet 16 matchup down here, Tennessee, Iowa State. Um, and watching Tennessee versus Virginia, they got lucky.
They did.
They got lucky. And they're gonna have to clean a lot of that up against Iowa State.
They did get lucky. We seen Virginia miss some shots down the clutch that 9 times out of 10 they're making airball three with game on the line from their best 3-point shooter. Like I don't, they do have a lot to clean up, and we know how Iowa State gets, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They're gonna sit and they're gonna make their guards hate their lives, and they're just gonna have to find a way to deal with it.
Yeah, and they better hope 22 in red is not on that night because that boy can spark it from anywhere.
Bro, I knew he was like a shooter, but Some of the shots he was making versus Kentucky, I was like, yo,
Hey, he's nice, man.
he sidestepping defenders literally close it out on his side, closest to the ball. Sidestep don't matter after that. I was like, what is going on?
Problem. And Virginia's offense down the stretch against Tennessee was so poor. It was so poor. And Iowa State's a team that I don't think the offense is gonna lack, even without Jefferson, as we said earlier. Um, I don't think that offense is gonna lack. So Tennessee, a lot of things to clean up defensively, and then if they get another lead like they did against Virginia, better looks down the stretch to try and keep scoring and extending this lead and not give the other team so many chances to come back and win the game because Virginia has so many chances to take back control of this game and knock Tennessee out and be in that spot right there.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I think on the contrary, Iowa State does a great job in this Kentucky game. Yes, they're blowing them out, but they're using the whole 30 almost every possession down. Like they're limiting the other team's opportunities to score. And I do believe that Tennessee was not early shot clock, but they weren't taking enough time off, and they're allowing Virginia too many possessions, and
Yeah,
it just wasn't capitalizing on opportunities. But
yeah,
versus a team like Iowa State, you can't, you got to limit those opportunities for them because they're going to capitalize and they will close that gap.
yeah. And going into that point of using the whole 30, Iowa State did it perfectly. And we like Iowa against Florida. This is why I did not think Iowa was gonna down the stretch keep that lead and get it done. I thought Florida was going to take that game over. Iowa State not only using the whole clock, but then getting good looks out of it and still creating good shots late in the shot clock. Iowa, it was a use all the clock. Obviously, they were getting pressed, so they're getting into their actions late. That it was 5 to 8 seconds getting the ball across court every time. So you're going from 30 you're going from coming down, getting into your action at 27 versus getting into your action at 20 to start with. And
Right.
then they ran the same action I'm pretty sure the whole time down the stretch, double screen for Sturts for Bennett coming across, get the ball, picking some type of pick and roll, let Bennett create, but he wasn't on. He wasn't on, and they weren't creating good shots at the end of the shot clock. So I think that's a big part of these teams when they get leads is not only running down the shot clock, but can we create a good shot out of it down the shot and then late in the shot clock?
Yeah, I mean that's a great point, and that was part of the reason that Florida was able to make that run that they went on. And like you said, I agree. I thought when Florida went on that run, I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Because Iowa had nothing going offensively because of
Hmm.
the same thing every time. I do think Iowa State does a great job of that. They swing, and I don't know if it's clock awareness or what, but it's like they just always find a way at the like 1.5 seconds. It's just somebody wide open. Like they just know how to move the ball and use that whole clock and make you work all 30
Hmm.
seconds.
Hmm.
And then somebody's gonna forget about somebody, and it works out in their favor every time.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, excited to see how these Sweet 16 games go. Obviously, we just hit on it. It's a lot of great matchups Thursday and Friday. Then we get it again the Elite Eight Saturday, Sunday. So, another big weekend of basketball coming up. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Anything else you wanted to hit on before we get right here?
No, there we got everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good to be back on the pod. Now that we're back in, spring break is over, we should be back in the flow of things. We're getting y'all content, so y'all stay on the lookout for new stuff from us. And yeah, you got words of wisdom.
Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying somewhere you don't belong.
Mm,
Got to find a way to adapt to a change and be willing to make a change to further advance in what you want in this life. And that all starts from not being afraid to make that first move.
I'm hearing you, Coach. I'm hearing you. I like that one. I like that one. Yeah, man. Again, good to be back on the pod. Y'all leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Turn that post notification bell on so you don't miss an episode. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Just Hoops Pod. And we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.